I have this Quran journal for my sister, and I had this for a while. I just never used it. But my cousin gave me this like subscription for a Bayina app, and it has all the knowledge you could ever want to seek. And it's just the most glorious thing that, that just occurred to me in a while. I don't know. Like, it hit the first time when I realized that she gave this to me, and I was like, "Oh my god," but I think I was just too overwhelmed by all the things. I was like, "I don't have time for this. I'm gonna have to look into it when I do have time." Yo, Sajda Bari, I love you too. I love you so much. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this alongside the Quran journal, and that way we could get the the accurate things that we want to learn. Because I didn't know for the longest time what to use for the Quran journal. But once you find your footing, like, I can't wait to finish this Quran journal. And, like, yeah, it's going to be exciting. So that's why I'm really happy. That's why the title is so jolly. So, inshallah, we'll start very soon. Let me just get my pen ready. And so I've stopped using the streaming dua. So let me do that. I haven't done that in a while. Official intro. الحمد لله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني أعوذ بك من أن أشرك بك شيئا أعلمه وأستغفرك لما لا أعلم اللهم اجعل عملي كله صالحا واجعله لوجهك خالصا ولا تجعل لأحد فيه شيئا قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا اللهم اغفر لي ما لا يعلمون واجعلني خيرا مما يظنون ولا تآخذني بما يقولون. I also have like a conclusion dua, but I've never used that because I just always forget. Well, let's try to get more back on our deen, inshallah. So, memorize in the morning. Wow. Reflect in the evening. Well, I have free time right now, so that's why. So, the ayah that I was memorizing was in Surah Yunus. So, I just wanted to do some tafsir alongside the ayahs that I've been memorizing. So, I do like about four every other day, 3, 4 ayahs every other day. But it turns out that the translation only fit one ayah, so that's out of the question. So to 74. I could do a full page for just one ayah. Alright, so subhanallah, yeah. Pixie! Oh my god, she's such a halal girl. She wants to join us. Okay. No! Pixie! She turned it off? Oh my god. What is she? She's on the hijab. She's scrolling to the hijab section. MashaAllah. She's telling all the girls, wear your hijabs. She's so sweet. Why is only half the pants on? Alright. Hopefully, still didn't show my reflection. Alright, so we're not gonna look into that today because we don't struggle with that hijab. My learning. Let's see. There is Arabic too. Like, I always wanted to learn Arabic. He was waiting for you and you didn't pet him. Well, I don't really care. Like, there's other people in the house for that. So, go to learning pathways, choose this pathway. Let's see. We're trying to learn Quran, right? So, Quran in Arabic. Quran. Whoa, look at how many hours there's in that. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's really 1,244, basically 45 hours. That's how much time we spend on our phones, like, daily for Sony. But we're trying to look at Well, we know how to read it. Divine speech, heavenly order, concise commentary. Let's do that. Huh? Continue. Yes. All right. So concise commentary. Let's do that. And we were on Surah Yunus and Fadallah Yunus. We're on 71. Where's 70? Oh, okay, right here. This is the whole thing? It's very new to me. Okay. More fun with cats. We need cat to watch your stream. No, this is not for entertainment. A lot of people come here for entertainment, but I'm trying to maneuver it back to what is originally for. That is learning and studying. It's called Juria Studies, not Juria Yaps and messes around. They just never pay attention, you know that. Like everybody's talking to themselves, to each other. Like subhanallah. Y'all could really keep yourselves on board. Very busy. But I appreciate all the support. They stick around. Very nice. Surat An-Nisa and Imran. Where is Yunus? Should be down here. After the Yunus. Wait. What? I already pressed that? It's only one video? It's 20 minutes. Uh-oh. The AirPods are connected. Okay, good. Why is it connected again? This is difficult. White and orange cats. Yo, Iron Kia, welcome to the stream. Show Yuki or end the stream. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where he is. Where is that guy? Yeah, I don't see him. We're trying to like I have to disconnect or hold on, let me put no Bluetooth. And that way we could hear the lecture.
Worldly life. وفي الآخرة لا تبدي in addition to the آخرة. In other words, Allah will bring them His gifts even in dunya.
Wait, there's no
لا تبديل.
commentary. Where the subtitles at? Alright, no subtitles. We're gonna have to wing it.
No whatsoever, or there's no change possible whatsoever under any circumstance to the words of Allah. ذلك هو الفوز العظيم. That, in fact, is the ultimate success. ولا يحزنك قولهم. Yeah. ولا يحزنك قولهم. Their words should not grieve you.
Aw.
العزة لله جميعا. Glory, nobility, authority belongs to Allah.
I'm still trying to find out how to do this. Cause there was some short commentaries too. Like I don't know how you're supposed to do 64 to 82. You know? Bear with me, guys. We're figuring this out. This is my first time using this, so um library. Let's go to the library. Let's go to the Quran section. And then concise commentary. So there's ayahs for each one. Well, I guess that's it. I thought it was gonna be for each one specifically? Oh, this is more concise than the last one. That was like a bunch of them together. All right.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا going to immediately seems to be an iltifat, a transition into a discussion about the middle of the battlefield. This is about the fourth year hijrah. These ayat that are coming, they're about the fourth year. And so the battles are small and big are now starting to happen. Badr and Uhud, and then in between skirmishes are happening. but in a state of war. In the state of war, you have small battles. It's not just major clashes, but there's small battles constantly happening. So there's this constant air of conflict. And so in that time of war, these military instructions are being given to the Muslim community. What attitudes are you supposed to have, and what are some major precautions you need to be taking? But the question is, how come this immediate transition from what was a conversation like now about obedience to the Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Well, the obedience to the Messenger of Allah is fully tested where? On the battlefield. So it's fully put to the test. Even like many historians note, the leading hypocrites at the time of the Prophet, la'anahumullah, the leading hypocrites used to be in the first row at Fajr. Right? Prayer wasn't the big problem. Even though for some of them it was وَلَا ila salati, illa wahum kusala. They don't come to the prayer except that they're lazy. But for a good number of them who wanted to keep up faces, they showed up. They showed up. But the real test of it was the test of loyalty was, are you willing to give up life? So now we're going straight to that discussion about the battlefield. Yeah, you those of you who are to your caution. Stay on guard. Stay on high alert.
What?
Or
Oh, this is Surah An-Nisa. Oh my God, no. This is not the right surah. I was looking at Yunus. I was like, where's Ya Ayyuhalladhina Amanu? Okay, good thing I got my whole Quran out. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Surah Al-Ma'idah, and then Yunus. Oh, here comes the Blonky boy. He's gonna sit on the iPad now. Yunus. Okay.
Altogether. وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. And he is the ultimately hearing altogether. وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. And he is the ultimately hearing, all-knowing. أَلَا إِنَّ لِلَّهِ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. You had better know. Usually what do we find? مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Allah says, you had better know. Allah owns exclusively whoever, not whatever, whoever's in the skies and in the earth. وَمَا يَتَّبِعُ الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ شُرَكَاءَ. And whatever these people who call other than Allah, did the mic go out? Oh, okay. So وَمَا يَتَّبِعُ people who call other than Allah, did the mic go out? Oh, okay. So وَمَا يَتَّبِعُونَ
With the help of Yuki, you finally found the right surah. No.
those who call in terms of associates, إِن يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا الظَّنَّ. They're not calling and they're not following anything except assumption. Very confident assumption. وَإِنْهُمْ إِلَّا يَخْرُصُونَ. And they're doing nothing but making wild guesses. You remember Kharas? Oh, you remember that? He comes up a few times in the Quran.
خلاص.
How many jokes there are exactly? They're doing nothing but making these kinds of assertions. هو الذي جعل لكم الليل لتسكنوا فيه. He's the one who set night for you, so that you can become still in it. You can be calm in it. Sukun, to stop moving after motion. Calm down in it. وَالنَّهَارَ مُبْصِرًا. And he made the day for you as a means by which you can see. مُبْصِرًا, as a means of seeing. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَسْمَعُونَ. In that in particular, there are many miraculous signs and lessons for a nation that wants to listen. In other words, listen. Don't hang out at night. Don't keep your eyes open at night. Be still at night and open up, do things that you need to do during the day. He made the night so that you can be still. He made the day so you can keep your eyes open. Are you listening? لِقَوْمٍ يَسْمَعُونَ. For a nation that's willing to listen. Muslim youth, are you listening? The Messenger ﷺ warns us about people who hang out at night, because evil takes place at night. There's a mechanism Allah put in place. All the description of guidance and misguidance. What's the imagery? Misguidance is associated with darkness, and guidance is associated with light. Man, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. But we're supposed to chill out at night. Take it easy. Don't have 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You're not doing it to yourself, you know? But I'm listening to Islamic lectures. Don't listen to them at 3 in the morning. Why the list? Because people who listen to Islamic lectures at 3 in the morning usually have a list. Okay? It's a sociological fact. Okay? وقال اتخذ الله ولدا سبحانه. They said Allah has taken a son. How perfect he is. How far above he is. By the way, even this idea of the importance of light inspired Muslim architecture. The construction of masajid, for the classical construction of masajid, allows for the entrance of light from every direction. And you'll notice in Christian architecture, especially Catholic architecture, they're very dark buildings. And the windows are all stained, so light can't come in. And the only light that's coming in is onto the statue. So you feel like everything is misguidance, and that's the only guidance, the only thing in light. And so they designed them that way. But our architecture is like light everywhere. It's supposed to be lit, you know? So وقالوا اتخذ الله ولدا سبحانه هو الغني. They said Allah has taken a son. How far above, how too perfect he is for that kind of a claim to be made against him. He's free of need. Al-Ghani. Why does Allah mention his ghina here? Because the act of having a child is the way a species is continued. If human beings did not have children, they cannot survive. So having a child is a form of dependence for existence. I'm not going to live on. The only thing that will live on is of dependence. And so when you say Allah has taken a son, you've asserted something to him. You've associated something with him that should only be associated with dependent creation that can't survive as a species by itself. It needs to carry on with its child. That's the way it carries on. You know, the wealthiest of people are sad when they don't have a child when they're about to die. You know? So they'll look to like adopt or like maybe get a pet dog or something or whatever, leave their inheritance to somebody else. But they dying wish, I wish I had a son. I wish I had a daughter. I wish I had a child. You know? But you're attributing that to Allah. He doesn't need that. Subhanahu. He already owns whatever's in the skies and the earth. And also, having a child as you get older, and if you don't have a child, as you get older, the desire for having a child increases. In both men and women, we want more and more to have a child. It's a natural thing. So it's something we don't possess that we want. Allah says that desire to want to have something already suggests you don't have something. I already have everything.
Beautiful stream. Oh my god.
You have no authority whatsoever.
I am.
Are you saying against Allah what you have no knowledge of whatsoever? Tell them, those who make up lies against Allah, those who are continually making up lies against Allah, لا يفلحون. They're not going to be successful. They're not going to succeed. You know,
SubhanAllah.
Christians, a brief conversation in the middle of the Christian community, because there was some contact already happening in later Makkah. And iflah is against Allah. Those who are continually making up lies against Allah.
Did he turn it off? Yuki is not a toy. Such a good Muslim boy. I don't think he's a good one. He turned it off. And he won't let me turn it on. It's already off and he wants to turn it off more. Like, if you try to push him, he puts pressure. Like, he didn't like the loud people what to do. Should we? I don't know. Like, he's acting clueless. Like, what? Oh, I'm okay. How did he pause it?
Their words should not grieve you. This should not cause you grief. Giving that to Allah. He doesn't mean that. Subhanahu. He already owns whatever's in the skies and the earth. And له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض إن عندكم من سلطان بهذا. You have no authority whatsoever in your possession in regards to this. What the statement you're making. أتقولون you'll be saying لا يفلح متاع في الدنيا ثم إلينا مرجعون. These are some things to use in this world. Then to us, finally, you have to be returned exclusively. ثم نذيقهم العذاب الشديد بما كانوا يكفرون. Then we will make them taste intense punishment because of what the disbelief they engaged in. وَاتْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ نَبَأَ نُوحٍ. Why don't you read on to them, recite on to them the news of Nuh, the events of Nuh. إذ قال لقومه, when he was saying to his nation, إن كانت كبر عليكم مقامي وتذكيري. If my standing up and reminding is so big a deal to you, if it's so offensive to you, if it's that big of a problem to you, me standing up and reminding you of the ayat of Allah, فَعَلَى اللَّهِ تَوَكَّلْتُ, that I have placed my trust in Allah alone, أَجْمِعُوا فَأَجْمِعُوا عَلَيْكُمْ. Combine all of your matters. In other words, is it going in now? فَأَجْمِعُوا أَمْرَكُمْ. Combine your matter. In other words, have a joint shura meeting on how to kill me. Nuh says, do whatever you can, combine all of your thoughts. You individually, you think I'm annoying. Why don't you have a congressional meeting and get rid of me? Go ahead. I've placed my trust only in Allah. Then the decision you make, your matter, your issue, your planning, it should not have ghumma for any of you. In other words, it should not be a ghumma for any of you. It means it should not be a confusion for any of you. Nobody should be missing out on any of the details of this meeting. Everybody should be on the same page. So your attack against me is synchronized. Ghumma literally comes from darkness. The clouds that cover sunlight. That
Wait, hold on. Let me get the light. Ghumma? He says Ghumma. What is that? Ghumma. Where is that? غُمَّةً ثُمَّ اقْضُوا إِلَيَّ وَلَا تُنظِرُونِ. غُمَّة here. I like your handwriting. Thank you.
same letter called Ghama. Okay? Ghamatul Amad literally comes from darkness. The clouds that cover sunlight, that blocks.
Subhanallah.
Called Ghama. Okay? Ghamatul Amad, the perplexity of a matter, the confusion, complication of a matter. Okay? So he says, when you make your plan against me, make sure every member of that shaitani meeting is clear on the plan. Okay? Make sure you have a good thorough meeting. Then go execute that against me. And don't give me time to wait. ahead. Don't give me a chance. Just go at me. Go ahead. Who says this? Nuh alayhi salam. Well, that's the usual picture we have of Nuh alayhi salam in our head.
Patient waiting.
Prophet who preached people for 950 years and never got mad. And Allah Azza wa Jal says, tell them. Nuh alayhi salam at one point reached with him too, where he said, do what you will. Bring it. I got Allah. That's it. Now, when the Prophet is being told this, why is he being told this as a historical, interesting fact? Now you say this to your people. Go ahead. Do what you will. Bring it. فَإِنْ تَوَلَّيْتُمْ, then if all of you turn away, فَمَا سَأَلْتُكُم مِّنْ أَجْرٍ. This is continue.
So that's the tafsir basically that we got from this from this. I don't know if that was his reflection or whatever. I'll take that as tafsir, right? Because that's his commentary. But for me personally, my reflection on that would be it's pretty interesting that Nuh alayhi salam, was that patient. And I feel like he wouldn't have said to come at me like that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had not ordered him to do that. Because it said here, and narrate to them the story of Nuh alayhi salam when he said to his people, my people, if my living is in your midst and my effort to shake you out of heedlessness by reciting to you the revelations of Allah offend you, then remember that I have put my trust in Allah. So devise a plot with your associate gods, and you don't have to be secretive about your plot to then carry it out against me without delay. So this is like the final chance for them. For me, actually, I don't know if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to say that or not, but this is uh well, yeah, basically my reflection is he would be really gentle for that many years, 950 years, but he still had that boundary. It's a boundary to not wait and die being taken advantage of. He's not letting them take advantage of him. He has um put up a boundary this time so that they finally get that warning and he will do something about it. It's not just like it's not like he's spineless or something. He was patient, but he had a plan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had a plan for him too. He's not gonna leave without making a change. Like he was not spineless. Hmm. I was gonna put something else. I forgot. This was finally the day we have been waiting for. If we were with him, right? Um, because now he complained to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay, there's nothing to stop him. Um, I'm not gonna leave without making a change. Um, but it also goes to show like how he wouldn't back down to the people no matter how rude they were. Like, he was there one versus the rest of humanity. Hey, okay. He didn't sit in the back of the bed like he used to. He either gets on the table or he just you're a prop. You're a prop. Know your place. Okay, know your place. You're a prop. He doesn't like being a prop anymore. Okay. So he's one man versus the rest of humanity. Like we know that about Nuh alayhi salam, but um I think of something else. One man. And he was not willing to get taken advantage of. He's not gonna be being taken advantage of. What's good? What's good? You're right. Yo, Saadiya, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Yuki's being a bad prop. He's a prop for the live stream. He's supposed to sit in the back, chill, lick himself, sleep. Right? He used to do that all the time. He didn't know I was streaming that back then. Now he understands. Now he has a clue. You can't not letting him study. Exactly. He was sitting on the lecture and he realized that I'm not watching the lecture anymore. The sound is gone. And I'm writing now and he wants me to stop writing too. What happened to Yuki? He's just I don't know, just sitting around. Like if you try to move him, he won't move. What's good? Yo, Primo, it's actually been so long. Welcome back to the stream. Finally, he's sitting. Good. Is he really Muslim? I don't know. I don't know. That's not for me to answer. Most people can say yes, all animals are Muslim, but this one we don't know. We're not gonna takfir him, but he's not gonna be taken advantage of because oh yeah, basically what we're just doing some tafsir. Like this is a verse from the Quran, right? The Muslim Bible, basically, and then this is his explanation, and we are making our own reflection. So reading the reflection again here of his, like the tafsir of his, Ghumma means to cover up in darkness like Ghama, meaning clouds that cover up sunlight. He basically saying make sure everyone is on the same page and plots against him. This goes to show how deep his faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really was. Like Um, sorry, I don't know how to watch your videos. I just scroll and hope. By the way, your handwriting looks exactly like mine. Wow, thank you. I would, I take that as a compliment because you know I feel like you have good handwriting. But I'm not sure. Um, I just to scroll and hope. Oh, so you want to watch my lives, but you don't know when I'm online. Okay, so it's not like I have set times. I hope one day I could have set times, but otherwise, like if you have your notification bell on, it should notify you. A lot of people have been telling me that it's not doing that, so that's sad. But you could always just check my YouTube channel if it's live or not. But yeah, what can I apply to this verse on my daily life? Oh, my dad is calling me. I have to go. Bye. I try to come back. Okay. See you later, Primo. That was just one ayah. We're trying to do four ayahs now in total. Okay. So the next one is فإن توليتم فما سألتكم من أجر إن أجري إلا على الله.
The authority belongs to Allah altogether.
Oh,
Issue you're planning, it should not have ghunna for any of you. In other words, it should not be a ghunna for any of you, means it should not be a confusion for any of you. Give me a chance, just go at me. Go ahead. Prophet is being told this. Why is he being told this? Then if all of you turn away,
if we have Quran, is the chapter of you Jonah like Yunus alayhi salam, but he's talking about Nuh alayhi salam. So that's interesting. Hmm. All right, so we were in 72. But and if you turn away from my advice and no payment have I asked of you, my reward is only from Allah, and I have been commanded to be of the Muslims. So beautiful. All right, chapter Yunus, verse 72. If you turn away from my advice, then no payment have I asked you. And I have been commanded to be of the Muslims. Hey, what are you doing? Yo, Nermi Animations, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm just studying because I got this like Quran journal for a gift from my sister, and the Quran is basically like the Muslim version of a Bible. It's like the final testament that wraps all the Bibles, all the Torahs, and everything. So yeah, we're just looking into each verse right now, trying to learn. Cause this one, I'm using the tafsir from this other app, but I'm sure this one has tafsir as well. Where's the tafsir in it? Wow. Why did it just cut off there? Anyways, we're not gonna use this tafsir. We're gonna use the other app. So that's me. No! Oh wait, that's the app store. Okay.
This is continuing Nuh alayhi salam. I haven't asked you for any compensation. If you're turning away from me, like what I have to say,
Is there a way? Oh, you could do that, right?
some covert agenda, what have I asked you for? I haven't asked you for any compensation. In ajdiya illa compensation exclusively. No one already in the surah. You see how themes recur when things are reviewed. So the Meccans were told you were left behind. There's an expectation from you. Then Allah says we left the people who were behind. And we drowned those who have run against our miraculous signs. كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين? And look for yourselves. What was the outcome of those who were warned? منذرين, the ism maf'ul. ثم بعثنا من بعده رسلا. Then after that we sent many messengers. رسلا إلى قومهم, to their nation. فجاءوا, interestingly, we don't say here إلى أقوامهم. Right? There's a nuance here. Instead of saying إلى أقوامهم, the plural of قوم is أقوام. They were not all sent to one nation. They were sent to multiple
Well,
nations.
did he skip over that?
And look for yourselves. And we drowned those left behind. Has the idea of people being it needed to him and those who were with him, it فكذبوه. They still lied against him. Then what نكون من المسلمين. I've been commanded to إلا الله. Position relies on Allah exclusively. No one else. وأمرت أن أكون أول من نكون من المسلمين. I've been commanded to be from those who submit themselves. فكذبوه. They still lied against him.
Oh. So he just read the translation. He's not really going into that. So when he does that, maybe we could look at the tafsir here. That's kind of annoying. That I want a tafsir of each ayah. It goes over it pretty quickly. Or should I just put 72 to 73? That kind of. I'm not sure how to do this. And they denied him, so we saved him. All right, let's do the tafsir here. But if you turn away, if you belie the message and turn away from obedience, then the reward I shall ask you. I have not asked you anything for my advice. My word is only from Allah, and I've been commanded to be of the Muslims. I submit to Islam. Islam is the religion of all the prophets from the first to the last. Their laws and their rules may be on different types, but the religion is the same. Ibn Abbas said, a way and a sunnah. Here Nuh and Islam is saying, and I've been commanded to be of the Muslims. Allah said about his friend Ibrahim, when his Lord said to him, "Submit, be a Muslim," he said, "I have submitted myself as a Muslim to the Lord all that exists." And this was enjoined by Ibrahim upon his sons and by Yaqub, saying, "O my sons, Allah has chosen for you the true religion and die not except as Muslims." Yusuf said, hmm. They all said, I'm the Muslim. When the prophets and brothers with the same father but with different mothers, our religion is the same, meaning we should worship Allah alone without partners while having different laws. What task do you have? Hello, kiddo. Hi, Dr. Red. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm just looking at verses and the meanings behind them. It's kind of hard though, because it's like there's not much in depth for each ayah like I expected. It's all, kind of like he's not skipping over it, he's tying it together like with other ayahs. So I don't know if I should put like 72 to 73 maybe. Because even in the other one, there's a lot of to see. I don't know if it's like worth writing down. But yeah, let me know how your day is going. Dr. Red, how's it going? So, and I have been commanded to be of the Muslims. Then we sent after him messengers to their people. This is 72. It's okay. Okay, that's good. Hope your day gets even better or stays okay. And they came to them with clear proofs. قومهم, their people, فجاءوهم, and they came to them بالبينات, with clear proofs. فما كانوا ليؤمنوا بما كذبوا به من قبل. Some part of me wants to write the Arabic too, just so like, each word what it means. I don't know if that's too much for the translation part, because I am doing like 72 to 73. The reflection part is way more long than the translation and tafsir. That's why like printed stuff, it's a little bit harder than writing your own journal, but it's okay. I'm trying to make use of this. Which surah are you reading now? Hello, user. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the stream. I am on Surah Yunus, uh, 72 to 73. So I'm trying to write down the translations and then do some tafsir and reflections, inshallah. So we're in 73 now. Then we sent after him messengers to the people, and they came to them with clear proofs, but they were not to believe in that which they had denied before. Thus we seal over the hearts of the transgressors. I'm very new to this book of tafsir journaling, so I'm still figuring out what like how to do it. Just like if the translation I should put for each word, I don't know what's better, but as long as we get started and we keep going, it should be okay. Oh, so you Arabic. My ethnicity is like something I try not to share just because like that's personal. But yeah, I am fluent in like Arabic and stuff. Just like because Quran is really dependent on Arabic. That's that book awesome. Never saw this. Yeah. And it's such a cool gift. I never saw this too, but my sister gave it to me, so it's a really good gift. I have to use it. So we're on like an Quran app. There's a Bayina app with like all the lectures that go into the tafsir, the meaning and explanations, and then we're trying to write down what we.
He rescued him and those who were with him in the ship. Now, Najjar used that anja. Why? Because it's that one time rescue. The flood goes on for a while. So needed continued protection. It wasn't a one time thing. وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ خَلَائِفَ. And we made them left behind. Has the idea of people being left behind mentioned already in the surah? You see how themes recur? When things are reviewed. So the Meccans were told you were left behind. There's an expectation from you. Then Allah says, we left the people of Nuh behind. And we drowned those who had lied against our miraculous signs. فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين. And look for yourselves. What was the outcome of those who were warned? منذرين, the ism maf'ul. ثم بعثنا من بعده رسلا. Then after that, we sent many messengers, رسلا, إلى قومهم, to their nations. فجاءوا, interestingly, we don't say here إلى أقوامهم.
He's going too fast. I mean, he's not really doing each ayah specifically, but I don't know where to find that. Because these verses have tafsir with them. But it's not that much either. ثم بعثنا من بعده. This is 74, 75. Oh wow. Could just do that. Okay. I know this guy. It's Norman Ali. Yeah, yeah, it's Norman Ali Khan. So I mean, he's controversial, but I'm just trying to use the app, the Baina app, because if you look at it, oh my god, it's so full of knowledge that I want to use it for like different stuff. Like this is just one lecture, right? We're only 11 minutes in. But look at the amount of lectures there are and how much we could benefit if we spent time on this. And then that's just for the Quran part. There's Arabic and there is like Sahaba stories. Found every ayah description in the Quran Nuzul, I think. I don't know what that is, but yeah. I'm trying to find each ayah verse, but he goes really fast. He just kind of reads the translation and then gives slight explanations, but I need something more specific, you know? That's why the tafsir in this app is pretty good too. For anything he goes too fast and I can read Arabic but don't understand. Yeah, same. But that's why it's important to learn Arabic, To learn the meaning of Arabic. If you want to start reading like learning Arabic, I would say, you know, learning the first 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that matters the most. Like these are the most important things to learn in terms of Arabic. Because it's all guaranteed paradise if you learn this. And this is what I've been up to recently. the past week. I feel like my viewers are kind of bored of this because, you know, these are all the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm Christian. Oh, nice. It's very open-minded of you to be on this live. I appreciate you being here. You could follow along like alongside the stream and then study your own religion just so it's like an accountability thing, you know? So it could motivate you to practice your own religion. 99 names of Allah? Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are Arabic names that you should learn and then apply to your life and stuff because it's hard to learn Arabic in general, the vocabulary and all, but as a starter, I think that's a priority. That's just my opinion. So Ibn Abbas rahimahullah said, "Away and a sunnah." You hear Nuh alayhi salam saying, "And I have been commanded to be of the Muslims." Allah said about his friend Ibrahim, "Submit, be a Muslim." So all of them said that they're Muslim. Different mothers. And then for the next the tafsir is that they denied him, but we delivered him and those with him, meaning on his religion, in the fulk ship, fil fulki. We made them generations, replacing one after another on earth. While we drowned those who belied our ayats, then see what was the end of those who were warned. Meaning, O Muhammad, see how we saved the believers and destroyed the deniers. And I hope to read as closely as you do. Inshallah. You don't have to hope. You could do it alongside. You could be motivated. Do it right now. You don't have to have this kind of Quran journal. This is just a way to motivate others to do it. But honestly, all you need is a notebook and everybody has paper, right? And whoever has the want, like that truly wants it, they could use anything. People in Africa, they use bones to write down the Quran as it's so beautiful. SubhanAllah, like rocks, tablets, like we live in 2026, and they still have lack of resources, but they don't have that lack of willpower to keep doing what is necessary. It's so beautiful, so admirable. So my reflection here before I write it down, I just gotta say, like, subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala drowned the bad people in Nuh alayhi salam's time. And still to this day, we have bad people everywhere, and they're really bad. So imagine how much worse it would have been if they didn't drown. It's hard. It's hard to imagine. Because, I don't know, man. It's as if they came back from these recent generations. Not recent, like, they were worse, like Fir'aun, la'natullah. Hold on. Dr. Red, if you're still here, like this is something that even Christianity agrees to. There's no difference in what Islam says and what Christianity says on this matter, you know? They both preached one God. I can't imagine how many worse people would have riddled the earth if these bad people who denied Nuh and Islam did not drown. So, what else? Let's see. So, the prophets all came as a guide for the people, while Muhammad SAW came as a guide for all of mankind. All the prophets are brothers. Oh, there's also another connection here that I want to say is that you know how the Prophet ﷺ went to the king in that Christian country, I think it was Ethiopia that time. I'm not so sure, but they were astounded by how he had this knowledge of the previous prophets because they were Christian, right? They had that knowledge from their Bible. But he was not associated with anyone who had that Bible knowledge because he was in the desert. Like he was a Bedouin in the middle of the desert, Banu Sa'di, right? That's where he grew up and he came to know all this? How is that possible? It was obviously from the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they acknowledge that. They're like, yeah, that's true. And that was also science was real. I think that's my reflection. All right, so how can you apply this verse to your daily life? Um, on how, you know, I think I could be more grateful, when people are really bad in this world, like, you know, I don't know if y'all heard about like the San Diego shooting where like three Muslims died, unfortunately. Allah yarhamu, and inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. But like they died at the hands of two teenagers, and their hearts were so brainwashed. Their brains were washed like with hatred from what they've seen online, and kids are kids. Like they shouldn't have, you know, been full of that much hatred. Like what could have possibly happened for them to act like that and take it out on innocent Muslims? Like he was so pure. Subhanallah. Oh, I to let the cat out the room. So we could not have read about it through books. Something to take away is that no matter how much hatred is in the world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has it in limits, It's not beyond our capacity to bear. Allah never tested us more than we could bear. So we could not have bared the people of Nuh alayhi salam's time. Honestly. Honestly. Okay. So yeah. And if you turn away from my advice, then no payment have I asked of you. My reward is only from Allah and have been commanded to be of the Muslims. My reward is only from Allah. Like he's not asking them for anything. Like you don't there's also another reflection I can make here. Like and another way hi, I'm you. Hello, Wasif Kayani. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome. Um Another inference we could make from this, or like lesson we could learn, is that he was not pushing his religion down people's throats. Like he was preaching, but in the most gentle manner, in the way that he was so patient he could wait 950 years until somebody, accepts it in their heart. And he was so gentle. Like that's Nuh alayhi salam. He's been commanded to by God to do that, to share his religion. He didn't spread it by the sword or anything. He did warn them, and they were so rude to him. Like what the outcome that happened wasn't right away. like for us, we would have, asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala way sooner than 950 years for them to get taken away by the flood. But subhanAllah. Man, I love Nuh alayhi salam. It's so beautiful. So we did 71, 72, 73, and I was planning to stop until 74, so let's see about that. I'm gonna try to do the Arabic as well, just hoping it will fit in the small translation thing. This is Yunus, 74. Okay. ثم بعثنا من بعده رسلا إلى قومهم ثم من بعده. Why are they saying after him twice? Mim بعد. بعد he's after. The mim is him. Is it possible to put all of it in there? Let's see. And they came to them. بالبينات. Oops, sorry. Clear proofs فما كان but they were not to believe يؤمنوا بما كذبوا. They had denied به من قبل. كذلك نطبع على قلوب المعتدين. Do you understand Arabic? I don't. That's why I'm writing down the translations like that so I could learn a little bit, you know? I don't know if this is very efficient, very helpful, but it doesn't hurt, you know? It's good use of time. He من قبل كذلك نطبع. Because if I had known Arabic, I would have done this like elaborate translation. قلوب المعتدين. Then we sent after him two messengers. Then we sent after him messengers to their people, and they came to them with clear proofs, but they were not to believe in that which they had denied before. Thus we seal over the hearts of the transgressor. So the tafsir says, then after him we sent messengers to the people, they brought them clear proofs. Allah tells them to communicate proof of the evidence that they came with. ثم بعثنا من بعده رسلا إلى قومهم. Allah tells that they brought them clear proof and evidence of the truth that they came with, but they would not believe what they had already rejected beforehand. Meaning the nations did not believe what their messengers brought to them because they already rejected it from the beginning. Allah said, وَنُقَلِّبُ أَفْئِدَتَهُمْ وَأَبْصَارَهُم, and we shall turn their hearts and their eyes away from the guidance. But that's not from this ayah. This is just another ayah to like support this claim. Then he said here, كَذَلِكَ نَطْبَعُ عَلَى قُلُوبِ الْمُعْتَدِينَ. Right here. Verse 4. Thus we seal the hearts of the transgressors. This means that as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set seals on the hearts of those people, such as they would not believe since they previously rejected the faith, He would also set seals on the hearts of the people that are like them, who will come after them. Subhanallah. Again, it's not that much detail here. It's just like the translation with like a little bit of a difference. But yeah, not all tafsirs are very elaborate per ayah. I gotta find something about that though. Because it's not like specifically a tafsir app. There should be a tafsir app. But that's what I got Baina Institute for. Anyways, we'll take a look back at that. Let's just try to see if there's anything to write down here. Ibn Abbas said there were 10 generations between Adam and Nuh, and all of them were following Islam. No way! Allah also said, وَكَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا مِنَ الْقُرُونِ مِنْ بَعْدِ نُوحٍ, and how many generations have we destroyed after Nuh? So they didn't destroy any nations before Nuh alayhi salam. This is the first of all the nations after that were destroyed. There's serious warnings to the Arab pagans who rejected the leader and the last messenger and prophets. The people before them who rejected the messenger had received this much punishment, then what did they think will happen to them, since they perpetrated every greater sin than others before them. This is new to me. Which set seals on the hearts of the people that are like them, who came after them. that were like them that came after them. So it was generational. That this is kind of new to me because when Ibn Abbas rahimahullah said that there were 10 generations between Adam alayhi salam and Nuh, all of them were following Islam. What about Habil and Qabil? Habil was Muslim for sure, but Qabil he started murder and like I guess that's a sin. He was still Muslim. But if he's Muslim, does Qabil go to Jannah? I don't know. The point is that people who stopped following Islam mainly came after Nuh alayhi salam. So it's the first, not after Nuh, but like during Nuh's time and afterwards. Hi Jojo. Hey Arrow, welcome back to the stream. Um, yeah, it's 5 p.m. So finally not doing this at a very late time. How did you get the job that you were talking about? So from Adam alayhi salam to Nur alayhi salam, everyone. I did, just waiting to hear a bit more information and figure a bit more out before I start. I'm so excited. It's my first job. That's awesome, Arrow. Can I ask you how many applications it took until you found this job? Just cause like I'm in the same boat as you, except I didn't get a job. Like I'm still, uh, I've yet to get my first job. And I applied so many places. I applied to Target, like Barnes and Nobles, Hobby Lobby, um, tutoring, data analysis, like online, remote jobs, in-person jobs. And I keep getting rejected from each and every one of them. I have so many rejection letters. It's like crazy. Three or something. Oh my god, three? Did you look in Indeed.com or was it like you looked in person or something? So this may be the first time people got punished, or this was the first time. And how many generations have we destroyed after them? OMG hi. Yo, Antonio, bro, it's been so long. Well, it's a hospitality position, so that's probably why I got hired. I guess so. But even then, like, I still, I can't even get that kind of job, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'm more, more curious how you applied. Was it like in person or? I just thought I'd hop on and tell you since you were there for the whole process before I left. I see. Yeah, thanks for telling me. I started to watch TikTok. How's it going, Antonio? Like TikTok, how do you like it? Have you destroyed afternoon? You streaming later, Jojo? I don't know. We'll see. I hope so. Just cause like I haven't read The Hobbit yesterday because I was too sleepy. But I'm planning to. If I don't, I don't. But I'm not so sure. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, my first time, like I don't use TikTok, but I use Instagram, and I only got it like a couple years ago. And like my first time like scrolling, I was like, dang, where have I been all this time? Like the dopamine when you first open Instagram or TikTok, it hits like nothing before. Like you don't have any dopamine loop like that from before. Maybe you guys do from YouTube shorts, but I wasn't into that very much before. But the dopamine on those platforms are way different. It hits so hard, and then you kind of get that dopamine exhaustion, and it doesn't hit like that before. It's like, yeah, okay, gotta go. Bye. Okay, bye, Arrow. Have a good rest of your day. So the reflections I could make from this are since sealing the heart the first time I was proud that I did this, which set seals on the hearts of the people that were like them that came after them. So it was since then that the people ended up with sealed hearts. Ibn Abbas stated that between the 10 generations from Adam alayhi to Noor, everyone was Muslim until it was his turn. This was the first time a people got punished, and how many generations have destroyed after Noor? This was a major warning to the people of Prophet's time since they got revealed. hand is cramped because I was writing so much. But it's so nice. I love writing and reflecting and reading and learning the translation of tafsir. It's just so nice. This is a wonderful gift. Alrighty, I think I'm done. That was a wonderful stream. Even if there was barely anybody here, like I benefited more. That's what I care about is that I, you know, keep up with this, inshallah. So if anybody is still watching, which I don't know, and I don't really care if anybody's watching, then have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wait, actually, before I leave, I feel like we should continue a little bit on this. So just see what he said about that.
They learn from each other. So it's like all of them are called one nation. The way history repeated itself. إلى قومهم فجاءوهم بالبينات. Then they brought them the clearest proofs. فما كانوا ليؤمنوا بما كذبوا به. They weren't going to be believing in it on account of the lies they had made against it already. I've described this to you before. The idea of losing your ability to accept guidance, like a muscle you don't exercise. The first time you're exposed to guidance and you hear the message, you have an opportunity to accept it and you reject it, your ability to accept it the second time around gets weaker. And the more you reject it, the more your heart becomes incapable of accepting guidance altogether. Until the point comes, no matter what advice is given, what miracle is shown, it won't make a difference. You will not be able to come to guidance because the heart is sealed. And so here Allah says they were not going to believe in it because of the lies they made against it from much before. So they had a track record of denying truth, which made them over
A
time.
track record.
That's how that works, the mechanics of it. كذلك نطبع على قلوب المعتدين. That is how we lock up, we seal up, we mark a brand, the hearts of those who transgress, those who violate limits. ثم بعثنا من بعدهم موسى وهارون إلى فرعون. Then
Well, he's going on to the next ayah. Basically, Nur al is saying that it's it's like a muscle that lost its ability or not being used. All right, that's all for today. Inshallah, I'll continue this next time I continue memorizing as well. So, yeah, officially, Salam